Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Week of Life Wisdom. My name is Zero Yeti, and it is Shark Week, which means this week's going to be all about various cartilaginous fish. Starting off the week with Carcharhinus melanopterus, better known as the black-tipped reef shark or the black-tipped reef shark, is a species of requiem shark in the family Carcharhinidae, which is endemic to the warm, shallow waters throughout the Indian and Pacific Oceans, as well as the Red, Mediterranean, Arabian, Coral, Timor, South China, East China, Arafura, and Japan seas. This species tends to inhabit near-shore waters up to 246 feet or 75 meters in depth, and as their name suggests, they are very abundant on and around reefs. Additionally, black-tipped reef sharks can be found in lagoons, mangrove swamps, brackish and freshwater rivers, estuaries, and lakes, as particularly in Madagascar and Malaysia. Black-tipped reef sharks are known to feed on a variety of fishes, as well as squid, cuttlefish, octopi, seabirds, rays, shrimp, sea snakes, mantis shrimp, and small mammals such as rodents. These sharks are known to hunt in groups in order to herd and catch schools of fish. Black tips are themselves preyed upon by large groupers and crocodilians, as well as other sharks, particularly the tiger sharks, gray reef sharks, and hammerheads. Reach around 3 to 6.6 feet, or 0.9 to 2 meters in length, and 20 to 40 pounds, or 9 to 18.1 kilograms in weight, with females being larger than males. The blacktip is a robustly built species with a streamlined, typical shark form and short, wide, rounded snout with moderately large oval eyes. In terms of coloration, they are light brown or bronze above and white below. The first dorsal fin and ventral caudal lobe have a conspicuous black blotch that is brilliantly highlighted with white, hence their common name. Breeding occurs biannually from June to July and from December to January. Like other members of this family, blacktips are viparous, with females giving birth to 2 to 5 young after a 7 to 11 month pregnancy. Typically in shallow sand flats or mangrove swamps, which they use as their nurseries. Under ideal conditions, the blacktip reef shark may live up to 15 years. Next up is Megachampsa pelagus, better known as the megamouth shark, is a species of shark and is a species of large, unusual deep-water shark, which is the only member of its family, Megachampsidae, and they are native to the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. These sharks typically spend the day at up to 3,300 feet or 1,000 meters in depth, but follow the nightly vertical migration of plankton towards the surface, where they cruise around 40 to 80 feet or 12 to 25 meters in depth. Like the other two planktivorous sharks, it swims with its mouth wide open, filtering water for plankton and jellyfish, reaching up to 18 feet or 5.5 meters in length and 2,680 pounds or 1,215 kilograms in weight. Megamouth sharks sport a distinctive appearance with a stout but flabby body and an asymmetric tail with a long upper lobe similar to that of a thresher shark. Megamouth sharks are dark blue, brownish black, or gray above and lighter below, with a white band along the upper jaw, while the posterior margin of its fins are white. The head is long, wide, and bulbous with a broad, rounded snout. As their name implies, megamouths have a large mouth with 50 rows of small teeth on the upper jaw and 75 rows of teeth on the lower jaw. The protruding inside of the upper lip is a brilliant silver-white band, which is very visible when the mouth is open. Breeding habits of the megamouth shark aren't currently known. However, it is known that the species is ovoviparous, meaning that the young sharks develop into eggs that remain within the mother's body until they hatch. It is believed that megamouths live around 50 years. Next up is torpedo, better known as the common torpedo ray, the ocelot torpedo, or the eyed electric ray, is a species of electric ray in the family Torpininidae, which is endemic to the eastern Atlantic and Mediterranean Ocean and Mediterranean Sea. These rays typically dwell in warm coastal sandy flats and seagrass beds, but can occasionally be found at depths of up to 1,300 feet or 400 meters. Torpedo rays are generally solitary nocturnal ambush predators, which feed on a variety of fish, crustaceans, and worms. They are themselves preyed upon by seals, sharks, and large bony fish. As with other members of its family, the common torpedo can subdue both prey and predator with strong electric shocks of up to 200 volts, which are generated from a pair of large kidney-shaped electric organs which are visible beneath the skin on either side of the head. The electrogenic properties of this species led it to be used in medicine and for the treatment of pain and diseases, such as gout by various cultures in antiquity, such as the Greeks, Egyptians, and Carthaginians. The Romans in particular used the common torpedo to treat headaches. Reaching around 12 to 24 inches or 30 to 61 centimeters in length and 7 to 16 inches or 18 to 41 centimeters in width, with females being slightly larger than males, common torpedoes have a nearly circular pectoral fin disc and short, thick tail with two dorsal fins of nearly equal size and a large caudal fin. The eyes are small and followed by spiracles of comparable size. The dorsal coloration of the torpedo is rusty orange to reddish brown, which is adorned with prominent blue spots on its back that usually number 5 may vary from 0 to 9. The underside is cream colored with dark disc margins. Breeding typically occurs from December to February, and common torpedoes are aplacentiviparous, with developing embryos being nourished by the yolk and hystroph, or uterine milk, produced by the mother. Females produce litters of up to 28 after a gestation period of 4 to 8 months, depending on the geographical region. Common torpedoes reach sexual maturity around 10 inches or 25 centimeters in length and may live upwards of 10 years. Next up is Prionis glauca, better known as the blue shark, the blowhai, the blahaj, or the great blue shark. It is a species of oceanic and epipelagic shark found worldwide from as far north as Norway to as far south as Chile, in deep temperate and tropical waters from the surface to about 1,150 feet or 350 meters in depth. Blue sharks typically feed upon squid, but are also known to eat cuttlefish, octopi, lobsters, crabs, shrimp, various fishes, seabirds, and carrion. Blue sharks are social animals which are known to migrate in shivers and have been observed to work together as a pack to herd small prey into concentrated groups from which they can easily feed, as well as to take down larger individual prey such as tuna. Blue sharks are themselves eaten by orcas, pilot whales, sea lions, fur seals, elephant seals, tiger sharks, and great white sharks. Male blue sharks are smaller than females, reach around 6 to 9.3 feet or 1.82 to 2.82 meters, and 60 to 120 pounds or 27 to 55 kilograms in weight, compared to females which typically reach around 7.2 to 12 feet or 2.2 to 3.8 meters, and 200 to 400 pounds or 91 to 204 kilograms in weight. Blue sharks have a fairly long and slender build with a light body and long fins. The top of the body is deep blue, lighter on the sides, and the underside is white. Breeding is believed to occur during the spring and summer, and courtship is believed to involve biting, as mature specimens can be accurately sexed according to the presence or absence of bite scarring. Female blue sharks have adapted to the rigorous mating ritual by developing skin 3 times as thick on their fins and flanks. They are viparous with a yolk sac placenta. After a 9 to 12 months pregnancy, a mother blue shark will give birth to 4 to 135 pups. Females mature at 5 to 6 years of age and males at 4 to 5. Under no conditions, a blue shark may live upwards of 20 years. Next up is Pristiophorus japonicus, better known as the Japanese saw shark. It is a species of saw shark in the family Pristiophoridae, which is endemic to the waters of the northwest Pacific Ocean around Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and northern China. Here they are found along sandy or muddy bottoms of the continental shelf at depths of 160 to 2,620 feet or 50 to 800 meters. Like most saw sharks, the Japanese saw shark is a benthic predator, which typically feeds upon crustaceans, mollusks, and small bottom-dwelling fish. Reaching 2.7 to 4.6 feet or 0.822 to 1.4 meters in length, these sharks sport a slender body. The first dorsal fin originates behind the tips of the pectoral fins, and its caudal fin is angled almost straight in line with the body. They notably possess a very long, narrow, tapering rostrum with barbels halfway between the mouth and the rostral tip. It has around 15 to 26 large rostral teeth in front of the barbels, which are equal distance from the gills to the snout, and around 9 to 17 teeth behind the barbels. Like all saw sharks, the Japanese saw shark is ovoviviparous, and after an unknown gestation period, female saw shark will give birth to around 12 pups. Under ideal conditions, a male Japanese saw shark will reach sexual maturity around 2.5 feet or 0.76 meters in length, and females are around 3.3 feet or 1 meter in length, and may live up to 15 years. Next up is Chalamdoschalicus guineensis, better known as the frill shark or the lizard shark, is one of two extant species of shark in the family Chalamdoschalicus, the other being the South African frilled shark. These sharks are native to the Atlantic, Arctic, and Pacific Oceans, usually in the waters of the outer continental shelf and the upper continental slope. Where the sharks normally live near the ocean floor, near biologically productive areas of the ecosystem, some 160 to 5,150 feet or 50 to 1,570 meters below the surface. They feed upon cephalopods, smaller sharks, and bony fish, often taking part in the vertical migration of aquatic organisms from the depths to the surface. When hunting food, frilled sharks typically curl its tail against a rock and moves like an eel, bending and lunging to capture prey and swallow the prey whole with its long, flexible jaws, which are equipped with 300 recurved needle-like teeth. With males reaching around 3 to 5.3 or 0.91 to 1.62 meters in length, and females reaching 4.3 to 6.6 feet or 1.31 to 2.01 meters. The frilled shark has an elongated eel-shaped body, a flattened snake-like head with a very short snout and a large terminal mouth. It has 6 pairs of curved gill slits, and the lower ends of the first pair connect under its throat. Its dorsal fin is low and much smaller than the anal fin, and its pectoral fins are smaller than its pelvic fins. The coloration is dark chocolate brown to brownish gray or brownish black. Frilled sharks do not have a defined breeding season, and they are ovoviviparous, with females giving birth to 2 to 15 pups after an up to 3.5-year gestation period. Under ideal conditions, a frilled shark is believed to live upwards of 25 years. And our extinct shark is Edestus, which is an extinct genus of eugeodontid holocephalian cartilaginous fish, which lived from the Bashkirian to the Moscovian of the Carboniferous period, some 313 to 307 million years ago. The first remains of Edestus, consisting of a fragmented tooth whorl, is believed to have been recovered from Muskogee County, Oklahoma in the early 1850s. This specimen was formally described in 1856 by Joseph Leidy, who used it to erect the genus Edestus, naming the type species Edestus vorax, with the name Edestus being derived from the Greek word edeste, meaning to devour, in reference to the aberrant quality and size of the species' teeth. In 1855, Edward Hitchcock presented a tooth whorl found in Indiana to the American Association of the Advancement of Science meeting at Providence, Rhode Island. This species was loaned to famed British anatomist Richard Owen in 1861, who referred it to Edestus and suggested that it was a fin spine. This would start the trend of depicting the tooth whorl in various parts of the animal. This lasted until 1912, when Oliver Perry Hay described an associated pair of upper and lower tooth whorls found in a coal mine near Lehi, Iowa. This led to our current understanding that Edestus only had a single row of teeth occurring on the midline of each jaw. This also earned Edestus its nickname of the scissor-toothed shark. Today, remains of Edestus have been found across the United States, Great Britain, and Russia, with 4 species being considered currently valid: E. vorax, E. minor, E. heinrichi, and E. triceratus, with the 5th species, Edestus newtoni, being considered by some to be a species, whilst others consider it to be its own genus, Lacerda. As with most cartilaginous fish, the preserved skeletal material is rare, due to the cartilage of the skeleton having a poor potential for fossilization. Several specimens with preserved cranial elements of Edestus have been recovered, and based on more complete fossils of its close relatives, we can assume that Edestus would have had a streamlined torpedo-shaped body with triangular pectoral fins, and could have reached up to 22 feet or 6.7 meters in length, making it one of the largest marine predators to exist in the Paleozoic. As always, take care to my guys, gals, non-binary pals. Hope you have an excellent Shark Week.